Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have we lost in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
The victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home 4 numbers. But tell me, I find it here written that Don Pedro bestowed much honor upon a young Florentine known as Claudio?
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb and the feats of a lion. He hath indeed better expectation than you must expect of me, to tell you how.
Yet an uncle here in Messina will be very glad of it.
I have already delivered him letters, and there appears much joy in him, even so much joy that it cannot show itself modest enough without a badge of bitterness.
Did he break out into tears?
In great measure.
Oh, what a kind overflow of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. And indeed, is it not better to weep with joy than to joy at weeping?
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars, or no?
I knew none of that namely. There was none such in the army of any sort.
What is he that you ask of, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
He set his bills here in Messina and challenged Cupid at the flight. And my uncle's fool, reading the challenge, subscribed for Cupid and challenged him at the bird bolt. I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much. But hope we meet with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done good service, lady, in these wars.
You had musty victual, and he hath helped to eat it. He is a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier too, a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord and a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
So indeed, he is no less than a stuffed man. But as for the stuffing, well, we all are mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but there's a skirmish afoot amongst them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he have enough wit to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse. For it is all the wealth that he hath left to be known a reasonable creature. Who is his companion? Is there no young squire now who will make a voyage with him to the devil?
Is it possible?
Very easily possible. He wears his fate, but it's the fashion of his hat. It never changes with the next block.
I see, lady. This gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squire now that will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the great noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He's soon caught in the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he hath caught the Benedict, it shall cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro has approached.
Good Signor Leonardo, are you come to meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort shall remain. For when you take your leave, happiness departs, so sorrow abides.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother had many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no, for then were you but a child.
You have it, fool Benedict. We may guess by this what you are, being a man. Truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable folk.
And if Signor Leonardo be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear lady, disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Well, then is courtesy a turncoat? For it is certain I'm loved of all ladies. Only you accept it. And I would that I could find in my heart that I have not a hard heart. For truly, I love none.
Oh, dear happiness to women, else they would have been subjected to a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my own cold blood I am of your humor for
God keep your ladyship still in that mind. So some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching cannot make it worse into a face such as yours were.
You are a rare parrot, teacher.
Bird, my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue. And so going to continue it, but keep your way, in God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I knew you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato here hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month, and he heartily plays that some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from his heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. I must bid you welcome, my lord, for being reconciled with the prince your brother, I do indeed owe thee all duty.
I thank you. I am not so many words, but I thank you.
Please at your grace lean on.
Your hand, Leonato, we will go together.
Benedict, did thou know the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple, true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee. Speak in sober judgment.
Oh, I faith me think she's too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport, I pray thee. Tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, in a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow, or do you play the flouting jack to tell us Cupid is a good hair finder and Vulcan a rare carpenter? Come, in what key shall man take you to go insult?
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady I ever looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if here would be my wife.
It's come to this! Hath not the world one man but will wear his cap with suspicion? Will I never see a bachelor of 30 again? Go to in faith, and thou wilt need thrust thy neck into a yoke, wear the print of it in sideways Sundays. Look, Don Pedro has returned to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Here come Claudio, I can be as secret as a dumb man, but on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance. He's in love. With who now that is your grace's part? Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's not so short honor.
If it was so, so were it uttered.
And like the old tale, my lord, it is not so, nor 'twas not so, but indeed God forbid it should be so.
If my passion change not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Oh man, if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
Now you speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thoughts.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke
And
mine.
by my two-faced entrance, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic that despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks, but that I will have a reed sheet winded in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. For I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any, I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is for which I may go the finer, I will live
A bachelor. I shall see thee ere I die, look pale with love.
with anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love. Prove that I ever lose more blood with love than I will get again with drinking. Pick out mine eyes with a battle maker's pen, and hang me up at the door of a brothel house for the sign of blind Cupid.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from his faith, thou wilt prove a notable
And
archer.
if I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat, and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let him be clapped on the shoulder and called idle.
Well, a sack shall try. In time, the savage bull doth wear the yoke.
Now the savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. And let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here is good horse for hire. Let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict, the married man.
If this would ever happen, that was beyond mad.
Nay, if Cupid did not spend his whole quiver in Venice, thou wilt quake for this shortly.
I will look for an earthquake to them.
Well, you temporize with the hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonato's and commend me to him. Tell him I shall not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made great preparation.
I have almost matter enough of me for such an embassage, and so I commit you.
Well, to the tuition of God for my house if I had
The
it.
6th of July, your loving friend Benedict.
Nay, mock not! Mock not! The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guards are but slightly basted on neither. Ere your flower wends any further, examine your conscience. So I leave you.
My liege, your highness not may do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how, when thou shalt see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonardo any son?
No child but Hero. She is his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudia?
Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye. That light, but had a rougher task in hand and drive liking to the name of love. Now I am returned, and those war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their room come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is. Saying I liked her air, I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. Was it not to this end that thou beganst to twist so fine a story?
Oh, sweetly you do minister to love, that no love's grief by his complexion. But, lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have salved it with a longer treatise.
What need the bridge much broader than the flood? The fairest grant is a necessity. Look, what will serve as fit. 'Tis once thou lovest, and I shall fit thee with the remedy. And now we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy heart in some disguise, and tell fair Hero that I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner, with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then, after her father will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put a present to me.
How now, brother? Where is my cousin, your son? Doth he provide us this music?
He's very busy about it. But brother, I can tell you strange news that you yet dreamt not of.
Are they good?
As the event stamps them, they have a good cover. They show well outward. The prince and Count Claudio walking in a thick-pleached alley in mine orchard were thus much overheard by a man of mine. The prince discovered to Claudio that he loved my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge this nightly dance. And if he found her accordant, he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Had the man any wit that told you of it?
A good sharp fellow. I will send for him and question him.
No! No, we will but hold it as a dream, till it perchance present itself. But I will acquaint my daughter withal, that she may be the better prepared for an answer, if perchance this prove true. Go you and tell her of it. Oh, cousin, I cry you mercy. Go you with me, good friend, and I will use thy skills. Cousin, have a care on this busy day.
What the good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There's no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least patient sufferance.
I wonder, that thou being as thou say'st thou art, born under Saturn, goes to apply a moral medicine to this mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and tend to no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and wait for no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make full use of this, you may do it without controlment. You, I will lay set out against your brother, where he hath taken you newly into his grace, and it is impossible you should take true root but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It is needful that you bring the season of your own harvest.
I would rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. It better fits my blood to be disdained than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man. Must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I have been trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with the clog, thus I choose not to sing out of my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. Therefore, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What's news, Baraccio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, was royally entertained by Leonardo.
Well, observe from all about Mistafon, or is he for a fool that betrusts himself in quietness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonardo.
Very forward march, Chip. How come you to this?
Being entertained for a perfumer, I was smoking a musty room when come to me the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I went me behind the heirs, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither, for this may prove food for my displeasure. They young startup have all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, then I am blessed in every way. You are both sure, and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Their tears will be the greater that I am subdued. For the cook, oh my mind, shall we go prove what's to be done?
Yea, sword, we will follow your lordship.
Was not Count Jean here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He is in a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in midway between him and Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing, and the other is too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
So then half Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's
With
face.
a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world, if he could get her goodwill.
In faith, peace, thou wilt never get a husband if thou be so shrewd with thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way. For it is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just, if he send me no husband, for which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening, Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard. I had rather lie in the woman.
God may send you a husband with no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, why, I am not for him. Therefore I will even take sixpence in earnest to the bear herd and lead his apes into hell.
Well, then go you into hell?
No, but to the gate. Then there will the devil meet me like an old cuckold with horns on his head and say, Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here is no place for you maids. So deliver I up my apes, and away with St. Peter to the heavens. He will show me where the bachelors sit, and there we will live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you'll be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow. Else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
On my troth, niece, I will see thee fitted with a husband.
Not so God made men if some other metal than earth. Would it not grieve a woman to be overmastered by a piece of valley and dust, to make account of her life to a clod of wayward marl? No, uncle, I'll none. Our sons are my brethren, and truly I hold it a sin to match in my kindred.
Daughter, remember what I have told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, then you know your answer.
The fault would be in music, cousin, if you not be mooting the time. If the prince find himself too important, tell him there's a measure in everything, and so dance out the answer. For hear me, hero. Wooing, wedding, and repentance are as a Scottish jig, a measure, and a syncopace. The first suit is hot and hasty like a Scottish jig, and full as fantastical. The wedding, mannerly modest, full of state and ancientry. And then comes repentance, and with his bad legs falls into the syncopace faster and faster until he sink into his grave.
Niece, thou apprehend room, brother, the revelers do enter.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I'm yours for the walk, and especially as I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so if I please.
And when please you to say so?
When I like your favor, for God forbid the Luke should be like its case.
Visor is Philemon's roof. Within the house is Jove.
Why then your visor should be thatched?
Speak low if you speak low.
Well, I wish you like me,
So would not I for your own sake. For I have many ill qualities.
which is one,
I say my prayers, God.
and I love Illinois, and may the hearers cry,
Oh, God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
And God, keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more questions. The clerk has answered.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
At a word, I'm not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit him.
You can never do him so ill well unless you were the very man himself. Here's his dry hand, up and down. You are he. You are he.
At a word, I'm not.
Come, come. Do you think I don't know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go tomorrow, and graces will appear, and there's an end. Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are.
Not now.
That's disdainful. But then I have my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Well, this is Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he ever make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and his commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he is in the fleet. I would he aborted me.
When I know this gentleman, I'll tell him what you said.
Do. He'll break a comparison or two on me, and peradventure not marked or laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. And then there is a partridge ring saved, for the fool will eat no supper that night. Oh, we must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is in Amazon here. Half withdrawn her father to break with. The ladies follow, but only one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by married.
Are you Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Sir, you're very dear my brother's love. He's a Amazon hero. Thus I pray you dissuade him from her, for she is no equal to his birth. You take part of an honest man's working in this.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. He swore that he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Answer I, in the name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. It's a certain so the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all things except in the affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love use their own tongues. Like every eye negotiate for itself and trust no agent. For beauty's a witch, whose faith melteth into their own blood. This is an accident of hourly truth, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio,
Yea, the same.
come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow tree. Out your own business, County. Oh, what fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck like a usurer's chain, or underneath your arm like a lieutenant's scarf. You must wear it one way. For the prince hath got your hero.
What's your joy of her?
That's spoken like an honest drover. So they sell bullocks. But did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Oh, now you stride like the blind man. It was the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor heart foul. Now is he creeping into sedges, but that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. It may be that I go under that title because I'm married. Yea, but so I'm apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, no bitter disposition of Beatrice that lets the world into her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Senor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I have played the part of Lady Fame. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren, and I offered him my company the next willow tree, either to bind him up a rod as being worthy of being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod to being whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
It's just a flat transgression of a schoolboy, with being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it to his companion, and he steals it.
Wilt thou make a trust to transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss that the rod had been made, and the garland too, for which he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed upon you, who, as I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
Well, if they're singing as you're saying, why am I faith you say honestly?
Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman she danced with told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me! Past the endurance of a block in oak, but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. Oh, my very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's fool, that I was dealt with in a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man at a mark, with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks in poniards. Every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with all that Adam had left before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules turn to spit. Yea, and cleft his club to make the fire, too. Come, talk not of her. You'll find her the infernal it in good apparel. I would to God some scholar would conjure her, for certainly while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary. People sin upon purpose because they would go thither. So indeed, all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, there she comes.
Will your grace commend me any service now to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair of the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this Harvey. No employment for me?
None. But to desire your good company.
Oh God, sir. Here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Oh, come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Oh, indeed, my lord. He lent to me once, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Very once he wanted me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but civil, Count. Civil's an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blazon to be true. Though I'll be sworn if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I broke with her father, and his goodwill attained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. For indeed his grace hath made the match. And may all grace say amen.
Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
I give myself up to thee, and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin. Or, if you cannot, stop his mouth at the kiss and let not him speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Oh, I think it, poor Floyd keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance! I must go to everyone into the world but I am sunburnt. I shall sit in a corner and cry, "Hey ho for a husband!"
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I had rather one of your father's getting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, not unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be married best becomes you. For I have questioned you were born in the merry hour.
Sure, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Niece, will you not look to the things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle. By your grace's pardon.
By my troth, the pleasant-spirited lady.
There is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and not even then, for my daughter doth tell me that many a time, dreaming of some great unpleasantness, she waketh herself with laughter.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, my lord, she mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, my lord, were they but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches to love have all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is a just 7 nights from now, and far too short for all which must answer my mind.
Come, you shake the head at so long a breathing. But I warn thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one into the other. I would fain have an match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will but minister such assistance, as I shall give direction.
I'm with you and for you, my lord, though it cost me 10 nights' watch.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I would do any modest office, my lord, tell my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopeless husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He's of noble strain, approved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict, and I, with your 2 helps, will so practice on Benedict that in despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I shall tell you my drift.
It is so. The Count Claudio will marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, sir, but I can cross it.
You bar, any cross, any impediment would be medicinable to me. For I sick and displeasure towards him, thus his lord his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how in favor of Margaret I am, the waiting gentlewoman hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
What life in that is to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in your temper. Go you to the prince, spare not to tell him that she hath wronged his honor in marrying with a renowned Claudio, whose estimations you mightily hold up to a contaminated stale such as one as hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to spite them I will endeavor anything.
Go then, find me hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal both to the prince and Claudio, as in love of your brother's honor, who hath made this match, and his friend's reputation, who is like to be cousined with the semblance of a maid, and that you have discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which are there no less likely to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero, hear Margaret term me Claudio. Bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime I will so fashion the matter that Hero shall be absent, and there shall appear such seeming truth in Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
As to what issues it can, I will put into practice. Be cunning in the working of this, and I fees 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame you.
I will presently go learn their day of marriage.
Boy,
Senor,
in my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the open.
I'm here already, sir.
I know that. I would have thee hence and here again. I do much wonder in one man seeing how another man is a fool by dedicating his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known that there was no music in him but the drum and the fife. Now would he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known he would walk 10 miles afoot to see a good armor. Now will he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. Now has he turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet to so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. No, I think I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it, till he hath made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's her. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be blonde. Of what color, please go? The prince and monsieur love. I will hide me in the arbor.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my lord, how still this evening is, as passed on purpose to grace and glory.
Signor Benedict hath hid himself.
Very well, my lord. The music ended. We'll bid the kid Fox with a pennyworth.
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again.
Oh, good, my lord. Tax not so bad a voice to slander music more than once.
It is the witness still of excellency to put such a strange face on his own perfection. I pray thee, sing and let me woo no more.
Because you talk of wooing, I will sing, since many a wooer doth commence his suit. To her he thinks not worthy, yet he woos, yet he swoos, he loves.
Nay, pray thee come, or if thou wilt hold longer argument, do it in notes.
Note this, before my notes, there's no note of mine worth the noting.
Why, these are the very crotchets that he speaks. Notes, forsooth, and nothing.
Now divine air, now is his soul ravished. Isn't it strange that sheep's scuts should hail souls out of men's bodies? Well, the horn for my money rolls done.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Then word is here ever, one foot in sea and one shore, to one thing causing never sigh not so, but let them go again. I am only converting all your sounds of woe into a only.
By my troth, a good song.
And an ill singer.
Ha! No, faith. Thou singest well enough for a shift.
Were he a dog that would have howled us, they would have hanged him. I pray to God his bad voice bode no mischief. I would as lief heard the night raven. Come what plague could have come after it.
Yea, Mary, dost thou hear about this art? I pray thee, get us some excellent music for tomorrow. We would hear it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
Only the best, my lord.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonardo. What was it that you told me of today that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, hey, stalk on, the foul sits.
I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
Nay, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should dote so upon Signor Benedict, whom in all other behavior she seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, I know not what to think, except that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Nah, faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit. Counterfeit never came so near the life of passion. She don't discover it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
They dogma. The fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. My daughter hath told thee how.
She did indeed.
How? How, I pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
Nay, I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
I should think this ago. But that the long-bearded fellow speaks it? Knavery cannot sure hide himself in such reverence.
You have taken the affection. Now, hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That is her torment.
She did indeed. So your daughter says.
Shall I?
Says she.
Have so often been encountered with scorn. Write to him that I love him.
This says she when she is beginning to write to him. She'll be up 20 times in a night, and there will she sit in her smock. She hath writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
When you speak of a sheet of paper, I do recall a
Pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had written and was reading it, she found the words Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets.
That!
Oh, she tore it into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest, so as to write to one whom she knew would flout her. I measure him by my own spirit, says she, for I would flout him if he wrote to me. Yea, though I love him, I would.
And down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, tears her heart, beats her hair, curses, prays. Oh, good Benedict, God give me patience.
Many times the ecstasy hath so much overborne her that they fear she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It's very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang her. She's an excellent and sweet lady, and out of all suspicion she is virtuous.
She is exceeding wise.
Did everything but in loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a frame. Why, there are 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victory. I am sorry for her, as is my right, being both her uncle and her guardian.
Would she had bestowed this dotage on me, I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray thee, tell Benedict of it and hear what he will say.
Were it good, thank you?
Hero thinks surely she will die. For she will die ere he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than bait one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
Before God and in my mind, very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
I do take him to be valiant.
And as Hector, I assure you, and in the managing of all quarrels, you may say that he is wise. For either he avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with a most Christian-like fear.
Indeed, if he do fear the Lord, then he ought to keep the peace, And if he must enter into a quarrel, why then, he ought to do so with great fear and trembling.
And so will he do, for the man doth fear God, howsoever it seems not in him, by some large jest he will make. Well, I'm sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Ah, never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedict well, and I could wish that he would modestly examine himself to see how much unworthy he is so good a lady.
May we walk, my lord? Dinner is ready.
If you do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectations.
Let the same net be spread for her that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport will be when they hold one in opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter. That is the scene that I would see, which will be merely a dumb show. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero? They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why? It must be requited. Ah, I hear how I am censured. They say that I will bear myself proudly if I receive the love come from her. They say, too, that she will rather die than show any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them into mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth, I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so. I cannot reprove it, and wise, but for loving me, by my faith, there's no addition to her wit. No, nor great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled. When I said that I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I was married. Beatrice, by this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Oh, fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I take no more pains for those things than you take pains to thank me. If it were painful, I would not have come.
Will you take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, just as much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dog withal. You have no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come into dinner. There's no meaning in that. I take no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. Well, that's as easy as to say any pains that I take for you are as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I'm a villain. If I do not love her, I'm a fool. I will go get your picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlor. There shall thou find my cousin, Beatrice, posed with Prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear and have her eye and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse of all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleated bower, where honeysuckles ripened by the sun forbid the sun to enter. Like fables made proud by princes, and advance their pride against that powers that bred it. There will she hide her to listen our propose. This is thy office, where thee will end, so leave us alone.
I'll make her come. I warned you presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace Sally up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be that I part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to you must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matters the little Cupid's crafty error made that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin. The look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs close to the ground to hear our conference.
Pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her bone o'er the silver stream and greedily devour the treasures of me. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
So go we near her, so that her ear lose nothing of the false, sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she's too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my most holy lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
He did entreat me to cling to it, but I persuaded them if they loved Benedict to wish him rustle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full a fortune of bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdained and scorned brides, sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all manner else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good if she knew of his love, lest she make sport in it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, yet she would spell him backward. If Fairface should swear the gentleman should be her sister, if black, why nature drawn him an anti-manifold plot, if tall, Lance ill-headed, if lone, Aguilar, vilely cut, if speaking, why a vein blown with all winds, if silent, why a block moved none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and marriage purchase them.
Sure, such carving is not commendable.
Now, not to be so odd in all fashions as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. Who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me to error, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore, like Benedict, like covered fire, consume away and sighs with inwardly. It is better death than die with moths, which is as bad as die of tickling.
Yet, however, hear what she will say.
No! Instead, I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. Truly, how devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with? One doth not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent wit as she is prized to have. To refuse so rare a gentleman is Signor Benedict.
He is the only man in Italy always accepted my dear Claudia.
I pray you not be angry with me, madam. Speaking my fancy, Signor Benedict, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor, goes in for most of her part of it.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When he married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsels which is best to furnish me to her.
She's lying, I warn you. We've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by hats. Some Cupid goes with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in my ears? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives on the backs of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind up our loves in holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting thee.
And do but stay till your marriage be consummate, and then go I toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord. If you'll vouchsafe.
Nay, that would be as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedict, for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstrings, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him. He hath a heart as sound as a bell, and his tongue as the clap. For what his heart thinks, his tongue speaks.
Doubts, I am not as I have been.
So says I. Methinks you are sadder.
hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant. There's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it!
Ah, you must hang it first and draw it afterward.
What? Sigh for the toothache.
Where is but a humor or a word?
Everyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yes, say I. He is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he have to some strange disguises. Is to be a Dutchman today, or a Frenchman tomorrow, or in the shape of two countries at once. A German from the waist downwards, all Slavs, or a Spaniard from the hip upward, no doublet. Unless he have a fancy to his foolery, as it appears he hath. He is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he not be in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs. He brushes his hands on mornings. What should that bode?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No. But the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheeks hath already stuffed beneath gold.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did, at the loss of some of his beard.
Nay, he rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him up by that?
That's as much to say, the sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Yea, or to paint himself with it, for the which I hear what they say of him.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now cracked into a lutestring and now governed by stops.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That I would know too, I warrant one that knows him not.
And despite all his ill conditions, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upwards.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache? Old senor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life to break with him about Beatrice.
Ah, 'tis even so. Here and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice. Therefore the two bears will not bite one another once they meet. My lord, my brother, God save you.
Good end, brother.
If your leisure is served, I may speak with you.
In private?
If it please, yet Count Claudio may hear, for I speak of concerns him.
Well, what's the matter?
It means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that, but he knows what I know. If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it. You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and in better I mean that now I will manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you in dearness, and in dearness heart hath hoped over to effect this ensuing marriage. Surely suits ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why, what's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened. The lady has been too long talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to pay out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you have a better title, and I would fit it to her. Come with me to that lady's chamber window, entered even the night before her wedding. If you love her then tomorrow, wed her, but it had better fit your honor to change your mind.
Will this be so?
I will not think it.
If you admit not what you know, confess not what you see. If you will come with me, I will show you enough. When you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If there be any reason on why I should not marry Hero, there, at the congregation where I should wed her, there I will shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will spare you no further until you are my witness. Bear it coldly, and let the issue show itself.
O day untoward returned.
O mischief strangely thwarting.
A plague right well prevented, shall you say when you see the sequel.
Are you good men and true? Yea, or else it were pity that they should suffer salvation, body and soul. Nay, that were a punishment too good for them if they should have any allegiance being chosen for the prince's watch. Well, give them their charge, Never Dogberry. First, who think you the most disartless man to be constable?
Hero Kick, sir, or George Seacole, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature. Both which, Master Constable, you have. I knew it'd be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir,
Why, give God thanks, and make no boast of it. If you're writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You were thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrant men and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Why, then take no note of him, but let him go, and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God for rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be entered.
You're rather fit than talk, and now belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like the most ancient and quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those who are drunk, get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why, then let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not them the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for. Well, sir, if you meet a thief of the night, you may suspect him, by virtue of your office, to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by virtue of your office, you may. But I don't think they that touch pitch will be fine. The most peaceable way for you, if you do meet a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and steal him out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who has any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to a nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why, then depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying, for the ewe will not hear the lamb when it bows, will not answer a calf when he bleats. 'Tis very true. This is the end of the charge. You, constable, are to represent the prince's own person. If you meet the prince of the night, you may stay him.
Nay, my lady, that I think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on it, with any man that knows the statutes, may stay him, marry, not without the prince be willing, for indeed the watch ought to offend a man, it is an offense to stay a man against his will.
By our lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. If there be any matter of way chances, call on me. Keep your fellows and your counsels, and good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us sit here upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch about Signor Leonardo's door, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you.
What? Conrad?
Peace, Mr. Note.
Conrad, I say.
Here, man, I'm at thy elbow.
Mass, and my elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will thee an answer for that. Now, forward with thy tale.
Stand me close. Then under this penthouse where Joseph reigned, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters, yet stand close.
Thou shalt know I have earned with Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shalt rather ask if any villainy should be so rich, for when rich villains are in need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Thou shalt know that thou knowest that the fashion of a doublet or a hat or cloak is nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Tush! I may as well say the fool's a fool. But seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. He's been a vile thief this 7 years. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Didst thou not hear somebody?
No, 'twas the vane on the house.
But seest thou not, I say, what a deformed thief this fashion is? How giddily he turns about the hot blood between 14 and 5 and 30, sometimes fashioning them like Pharaoh's soldiers in the Ricci paintings, or like God-bell priests in the old church windows, or sometimes like the shaven Hercules in the smirched wort-eaten tapestry, where his codpiece seems as massy as his club.
All this I see, and I see that the fashion wears on more apparel than I man. But art not thou thyself giddy with the fashion too, that thou hast shifted out of thy tale into telling me of the fashion?
Not so neither. But tonight I have wooed Margaret by the name of Hero. She leans me at her lady's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale why. But first I should tell thee how the Prince Claudio and my master planted and placed and possessed this by my master Don John, who saw this afar off in the orchard, this amiable encounter.
Thought they Margaret was Hero.
2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew that she was Margaret, partly by his oath which first possessed them, and partly by the dark night which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John hath made. Away went Claudio, enraged, swore that he was going to meet her as he was appointed the next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw overnight, and send her home again without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name, stand! Call up the right master constable. We here have recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery ever known in the Commonwealth.
And one deforms one of them. I know him. He wears a lock.
Masters! Masters!
We may bring the deformed forth, I warrant you.
Masters, never speak! We charge you, let us obey you to go with us!
We are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up by these men's bills.
Commodity in question, I warrant you. Come, we'll obey you. Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will.
And bid her come hither. Well,
Troth, I think your other rapato were better.
no, prithee, good maid, I'll wear this.
But my troth's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I will none but this.
I like the new tire within excellently, if the hair were a thought browner. And your gown's a most rare fashion, in faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that they praise so.
Oh, that exceeds, they say.
By my trots, but a nightgown in respect of yours. Cloth of gold and laced with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, and skirts round underboard with a bluish tinsel. But for a fine, quaint, graceful, and excellent fashion, yours is worth 10 on it.
God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is heavy.
'Twill be heavier soon, by the weight of a man.
Lie upon thee. Art not ashamed?
Ashamed of what, lady? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable in a beggar? Is not your lord honorable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence, our husband, and that thinking do not rest your speaking. I'll offend no one. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None, I think. And to be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise, 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice yourselves. Here she comes.
Good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in a sick tune?
Out of all other tune, methinks. Claps and delight I love. That goes without burden. Do you sing it and I'll dance it? You light a love with your heels. Then, if your husband have stables enough, you shall see he shall lack no barns. Oh, illegitimate construction. I scorned that with my heels. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I'm exceedingly ill. Hey ho! For a hawk, a horse, or a husband. For the letter that begin them all. H as in headache. Well, and you not be turned Turk, there's no more sailing by stars. What means the fool, trow? Nothing I. The gods send everyone their heart's desires.
These gloves the count set me on excellent perfume.
Oh, I cannot smell because I am stuffed. I'm made and stuffed. There's goodly catching of a cold. How long have you professed apprehension? Ever since you left it. Doth not my wit become me rarely? It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. Achoo! Oh, by my troth, I am sick. Get you some of this distilled Carduus Benedictus, and lay it close to your heart. It's the only thing for long.
There thou prickst her with the thistle.
Benedictus! Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus? Moral? No, by my troth I have no roll meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think you are in love. Nay, by lady, I'm not such a fool to think what I list, nor list not what I think I can, nor indeed I cannot think, if I would think my heart out of thinking, that you are in love, that you will be in love, and that you can be in love. Yet Benedict was such another. And now is he become a man? He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Don John, Signor Benedict, and all the gallants of town are here to fetch you to the church.
Help to dress me, good coz, good Meg, and Ursula.
Neighbor,
Marry, sir! We would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
briefly I pray thee, for it is a busy time with thee.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man Burgess, sir, speaks a little off the matter. An old man, sir, for his wits are not so blunt as God help him desire them. But in faith, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, sir. I thank God I am as honest as any man living, that is, an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Palabrous, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
Why, it pleases your worship to say so, but we're the Portix officers, and truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I would find it in all of my heart to bestow it upon your worship.
Will thy tediousness on me?
Yea, it's worth 1,000 pound more than 'tis, for I hear as good as exclamation as of any man in this city. And though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it, and so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, has taken a couple of his errant knaves, as any must know. A good old man, sir. He will be talking, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us, it is a world to see. Well said, I think, neighbor Burgess. Well, God's a good man, then. 2 men must ride of a horse, 1 must ride behind. An honest soul, I faith, sir, by my troth he is as ever broke bread. Oh, God is to be worshipped, and not all men are alike. Alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, neighbor, he falls too short of you.
Gifts that God gives!
I must leave you.
1 word more, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning brought before your worship to have them examined.
Take their examination yourself, and then bring it to me. I am now in some haste as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffocance.
Drink some wine ere you go. Fare thee well.
My lord, they stay free to give your daughter to her husband.
We'll wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner, go get you Francis Seagull. Bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men, and we must do it wisely. We will spare for no wit, I warrant you. Here's that shall drive some of them to a non-come. Only get the learned writer to set down their excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Come, Friar Francis, be brief. Only to the plain form of marriage, and you can recount their particular duties afterwards.
Come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No. To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you there any inward impediment on why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to Ireland.
No, you any hero?
None, my lord.
No, you any count?
I dare make his answer for him none.
What men dare do, what men may do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do.
Oh, now interjections? Why then, some of us may be of laughing as ha ha ha.
Stand thee by, friar.
Father, by your leave, do you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely son as God did give for me.
And what have I to give you whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo! Take her back again, give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Oh, behold! How like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all of you, that see her here, that she were a maid by these exterior shows, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Here, my lord, if you yourself have in your own proof defeated the resistance of her youth and vanquished her virginity.
I know what you would say. If I had known her, you would say she did take me to be husband, and therefore extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonardo. I've never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to a sister, so bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise?
Out on thee seeming! Right against it, you seem to me as Diane in her orb. Chaste as the bud ere it be blown, but you, more temperate in your blood than Venus. Those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well doth he speak so wise?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend here to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken and they are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
True. Oh, God.
Leonardo, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes our
All
own?
this is so. What of it, my lord?
Let me move but one question to your daughter. By that fatherly and kindly power you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so as thou art my child.
Oh, God, defend me. How will I be set? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To bid you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero, who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Oh, marry that can, Hero. Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man were you talked with yesternight out by your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man that hour, my lord.
Why then are you no maiden? Senor Leonardo, I'm sorry that you must hear, but upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and the screeved count did see her, did hear her at that hour last night talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed, most like a liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fine. They don't speak name, my lord, as we spoke of. There's not chastity enough in language to utter them without offense. Thus, pretty lady, I'm sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, Hero, what a hero hast been, if half thy outward graces have been placed by thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity, for thee I will lock up all gates of love. But my eyelids shall conjecture may, to turn out beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shall it be more gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me.
Oh, how now, cousin Hero? Wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things thus brought to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle. Hero, why Hero? Uncle, Friar, Signor Benedict.
Death, take not away thy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished upon.
How now, cousin Hero?
Have comfort, lady.
Doth she look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Can she yet deny the story that is imprinted in her blood? Do not live, hero, do not ope thine eyes. To thou die, thou wouldst not die quickly. Thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shames, I myself would at the rear word of all reproaches strike at thy life. Grieved I had but one. Chide I for that of frugal nature's frame. Why had I one? Why wast thou ever lovely in mine eyes? Why had I not, with charitable hand, took up some beggar's issue at my gates? Whose merchant thus admired with infamy, I might have said, no part of this is mine. This shame derives itself from unknown motives. But mine I loved, mine I praised, and mine I was proud on, and mine so much. I to myself was not mine in valuing of her. She had fallen into a pit of ink so deep that the wide sea hath dropped too few to wash her clean again. So too little to give season to her foul, tainted flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so attired in wonder, I know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night, I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirm, and thus is made stronger what was already barred with ribs of iron. With the prince's lie, and Claudio lie. Loving her so, washed her foulness with tears. Hence away from her, let her die.
Hear me a little, for I have only silent been so long given unto this course of fortune. By noting the lady, I have brought 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face, 1,000 innocent shames and angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared fire, to burn the arrows in which these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. 'Twas not my reading nor mere observations which with experimental zeal doth warrant the tenor of my book. 'Twas not my reading nor mere observations. If this lady lie not guiltless here, it is a biting error.
Pride, thou seest that all the grace that she hath left, that she will not add a sin of perjury to her damnation. Why seekest thou to cover with excuse that which shows itself in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none. If I were to know more of any man than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my father, prove you that any man met with me last night, or that I yesterday maintained any change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There are some strange misprision in the princess.
The two of them have the very bent of honor. And if their wisdom to be misled in this, the practice of it lies in John the Bastard, whose spirits toil in the frame of villains.
I know not. They do speak but truth of her, and these hands shall tear her. They do wrong her honor, and the proudest of them shall appear. Time hath not yet so dried up my blood, nor age so ruined my invention, nor fortune made such havoc of my means, nor my bad life bereft me of so many friends. They shall find awakened in me strength of limb and policy of mind, ability and means and choice of friends to quit me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the prince is left for dead. Let her well be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument, hang mournful epitaphs and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What can this do?
Mary, this will carry shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good, but not for that travail on the strange course, but on this travail look for greater birth. She, dying, as it must be so maintained upon the instant that she was accused, should be lamented, paid and excused of every hearer. For so false out we have we prize, not to the worthless we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost. Why, do we rack the value? Do we find the virtue that possession would not show us what was ours? So will it fare with Claudio, when he shall he or she died upon his words. The idea of her life shall speedily creep into a study of imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall come more apparent to a more precious habit, more delicate and full of life into the eye of prospect of a soul. Then, when she lived indeed, then shall he mourn, if love had ever interest in his liver, in which he had not so accused her. No, though he finds accusation true, Let this be so. In doubt not, but success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in likelihood. But if only but this to be low or false, the supposition lays death will quench the wonder for infamy. And if it not so well, you may conceal her, as best befits her wounded reputation, and serve reclusive in religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonardo, let the friar advise you. And though you know my inwardness and love is much unto the prince and Claudio, yet by mine honor I will deal in this, secretly and as justly as her soul should with her body.
Heeding that I flow in grief, smallest wine will leave me.
'Tis what consented, presently away, for to strange sores strangely they strain the cure. Come, lady, die to live. This wane day perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea. And I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
Oh, how much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
Very even way. But no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
The strange is the thing I know not. It were possible for me to say, I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not. And yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear to him that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to me, I protest I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Indeed, with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it? Farewell!
Tarry, sweet
I'm
Beatrice.
gone though I'm here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh God, that I were a man! Put bear her in hands until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated franker, oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Here, Beatrice.
Dog with a man out a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties, surely. A princely testimony, a goodly count. Count calm, Baptist, sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had any friend that would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, valor into compliment, and men are turned only into tongues. And trim ones, too. He's as valiant as Hercules that only tells lies and swears by it. I cannot be a man with wishing, for I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice. By this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged, I will challenge you. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. So farewell.
Is our whole assembly appeared? Oh, I stole their cushion for the sexton.
malefactors. Marry, sir! That am I! And my partner!
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
Yes, but which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary! Let them come before me! What is your name, friend?
Barachia.
Write down Barachia. You're Sura?
I'm a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Ooh! Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God, but write God first, for God's family. God should not go before such villains. Masters, it is proven already that you're a little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. But I will go about with him. Come you hither, sirrah. A word in your ear. Sir, I say to you it is thought you are a false knave.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Well, stand aside. For God, they are both in the tail. Have you writ down there none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yea, Mary, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men!
This man said, sir, that the prince's brother Don John was a villain.
Write down, Prince John a villain. Why? This is flat perjury to call a prince's brother a villain.
Master Constable.
Bring thee, fellow peace! I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he'd received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully. Flat burglary as ever was committed. Yea, by mass that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero in front of the entire assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain, thou will be condemned to everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon of the grief of it suddenly died. Master Constable, have these men be bound and brought to Leonardo. I will go before and show them their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned. Let them be in the hands.
Off, coxcomb.
God is my life. Where's the sexton? Write down Prince's officer Coxcomb. Come by them now, naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to rate me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Don't be not written, do and forget not that I am an ass. Know thou, villain, thou art full of piety, and shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more? An officer? Which is more? A householder? Oh, which is more? As pretty piece of flesh as any in Messina, and one that knows the law, go to, and a rich fellow enough, go to, and one that hath had losses, go to, and one that hath 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Oh, bring him away, that I had been writ down an ass.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
I pray you, cease thine counsel which falls into mine ears as profitless as water into a sea. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear. Such a one as whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his child, his joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak me patience. Measure his woe, the length and breadth of mine, and bid it answer strain for strain, and thus for thus, and such grief for such, in every shape, lineament, branch, and form. Such a one will simply smile and stroke his beard, cry hem when he should groan, hatch grief with proverbs, and make misfortune drunk with candle wasters. Bring him yet to me, I will of him gather patience. Brother, all men can give counsel of that grief which they themselves not feel, but in tasting it, their counsel turns to passion which before would give the old medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in a silken thread, charm ache with air and agony with words. No, brother, 'tis all men's office. Speak patience to those that bring under the load of sorrow. But 'tis no man's virtue nor sufficiency to do so when he suffers it himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein do men from children nothing differ.
Pray thee, have peace. I will yet be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher who could endure the toothache. However, they writ the style of the gods and made a push of chance and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There, thou speakest reason. Nay, I will do so for my soul. Doth tell me that Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince and all of them that thus dishonor her.
Here comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good end. Good day to you both.
Hear you, my lord.
We have some haste, no.
Some haste, my lord! Well, fare thee well. Are you in such haste now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Wrongs him.
Pray thou dost, thou villain thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear it not.
Nary beshrew my hand if you should give your age a cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, never fear and jest in me. I speak not like a dotard under privilege of age to brag for what I have done being young. What I would do were I not so old. Know this, Claudio, to thine head, thou hast so wronged me and mine child. You have forced me to lay my reverence by, with bruise and gray hairs in many days, to challenge thee to trial of a man. Thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried in a tomb with her ancestors, who never scandal slept, save this of hers framed by your villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Say not right, old man.
Oh, my lord, I'll prove it on his body if you dare, despite his nice fence and active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daft me, boy? Thou hast killed mine child. Thou shalt kill me, thou shalt kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, and men indeed. But that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Win me and wear me. Let him answer me. Come, follow me, boy. Come, sir boy, come follow me. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your voting fence. Nay, as I'm a gentleman, I will. Content yourself. God knows I love my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains. That dare as well answer a man indeed, as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother Anthony.
Hold you content. What man I know then, yea, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruple, scambling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys, that lie and hog and flout, deprave and slander, go antically and show outward hideousness, and speak off half a dozen dangerous words of how they might hurt their enemies if they durst, and this is all.
Brother Anthony.
Come. 'Tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen both! We will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon mine honor she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord,
I will not hear you.
No. Come away, brother. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You're almost come to part almost a fray.
I'd like to have had our two noses snapped off by two old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there was no true valor. Came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wits?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
And never any did so, though very many have been beside their wit. I bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels. Draw to pleasure us.
As I'm an honest man. He looks pale. Art thou Sick or angry?
Ah, what courage, man. Without care, kill the cat. Thou hast mettle enough indeed to kill care.
Sir, I will challenge your wit in the career. You charge it against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Nay, give him another staff. This last was broke cross.
By this light he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge!
You are a villain! I jest not. I will make it good with what you dare, how you dare, and when you dare. You have killed a sweet and innocent lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
What, a feast?
By his faith I thank him. He hath bid me to a calf's head and a capon, to which I do not carve most curiously, saying my knife's not. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Sir, your wit ambles well, it goes easily.
I shall tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hast a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. No, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, a good wit. Just, said she, it hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Certain, said she, the wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongues. That I believe, said she, for he swore a thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore on Tuesday morning. There's a double tongue, there's two tongues. Thus did she an hour together transshape thy particular virtues, and at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy.
For the which she wept heartily, and said she cared not.
Yea, that she did, but yet for all that, if she had not hated him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
All, and moreover, God did see him when he was hid in the garden.
But when shall we place the sensible, the savage bull's horns upon the sensible Benedict's head?
Aye, with text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humor. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which God be thanked hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet lady. For my lord Blackbeard there, he and I shall meet. And till then, peace be with him.
He's in earnest.
Most profound earnest. And I will warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee?
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing a man is when he goes in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He has been a giant to an ape. But is an ape a doctor to such a man?
But soft you, let me be. Tuck up my heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir! If justice shall not tame you, she shall never weigh more reasons in her balance. Nay, and you be a cursing hypocrite once, you must be looked to.
How now? Two of my brothers been bound, but Baraccio one?
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers! What offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are my muse.
First I ask thee, what they have done. Thirdly I ask thee, what is their offense? Sixth and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned, and in his own division, and by my troth, there is one meaning well suited.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answers? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood.
What is your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no further than mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. For I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero. How you were brought into the orchard to see me court Margaret in Hero's garments. My villainy they had upon recorded, and I'd rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead because of mine and my master's false accusations, and briefly, I desired nothing but the reward of a villain.
Is not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison, while he utters it.
But did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance in which I loved it first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. Our sexton hath informed Signor Leonardo of the matter, and masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass. Here comes Master Signor Leonardo and the sexton too.
Which of these is he? Which is the villain? Let me look in his eyes, don't I know another man like him? I may avoid him.
If you would know your wronger, look upon me.
Thou the slave that with thine breath hast killed mine innocent child.
Yea, even I alone.
Nay, now villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. The third is fled who had a hand in it. I thank thee, princes, for my daughter's death. You may record it with your high and mighty deeds. 'Twas nobly done, if but think you of it.
Know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose to me to what your penance may lay upon my sin. But sinned I not, but in mistaken.
By my soul, nor I. And yet to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he will enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were to be impossible. But I pray you possess the people in Messina here, how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, write her an epitaph and hang it upon her tomb. Sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. And then tomorrow morning come you to mine house. And since you could not yet be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a child, almost the copy of mine that is dead, and she alone is heir to the both of us. Give her the right you ought to have given her cousin. So dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears for me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose of henceforth poor Claudio.
Tomorrow then will I expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall be brought face to face with Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrongdoing hired to it by your brother.
No, sir, by my soul she was not, nor knew not what she did when she hath spoke to me.
Moreover, sir, indeed it is not under white and black. The plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment. Oh, and the watch talks of one deformed. They say he wears a key in his ear and a lock hanging by it, and borrows money in God's name, to which he hath used so long and never paid. That thou man grow hard-hearted and will let nothing, for God's sake. I pray you examine him upon that point.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like the most thankful and reverent youth, and I praise God for you.
Here's for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant name with your worship, sir, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and upon merry meeting may you wish God prohibit it! Come, neighbor.
Until tomorrow morning, my lords. Fare thee well.
Farewell, my lords. We will look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
Bring you these fellows on. We'll have a talk with Margaret, how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
Sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
And so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. For in the most comely truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me? Why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth. It catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer spoils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, it will not hurt a woman. And therefore I pray thee, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
And if you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes with a vice, for they are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
And therefore will come. The God of love, 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 that sits above, above, and knows me, how pitiful I deserve. Oh, I mean, in singing, but in loving? Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quondam carpetmongers, whose names yet run smooth in the even road of a blank verse. Why, they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. I'm Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme, I have tried. I can find no rhyme to lady, but baby. An innocent rhyme. For scorn. Horn? A hard rhyme for school. Fool. A babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Senor! And depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay, but till then.
Then is spoken. Very well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is with what knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Oh, foul words are but foul wind, and foul breath. Foul words are but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense. So forcible is thy wit, but I will tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. Now I pray thee, tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For all of them together, which maintain so politic a state of evil, they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Oh, suffer love. A good epithet. I do suffer love indeed. For I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart! If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I could never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears so in this confession. There is not one wise man in 20 that will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lived in the time of good neighbors. If a man do not erect his own tomb ere he dies, he will live no longer in monument than the bell rings and the widow weeps.
And how long is that, think you?
Question. Why, an hour in clamor and a quarter in room. Therefore it is most expedient for the wise if Don Worm finds no impediment to the contrary to be the trumpet of his own virtues, as I am to myself. So much for praising myself, who I myself can bear witness, is praiseworthy. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. And therefore I will leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle's. Yonder's old Claudio is at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused. And Don John is the author of all who's fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear this news, senor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Is this the monument of Leonato?
It is, my lord.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So that the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Now, hang thou there upon thy tomb, praising her when I am done. Now, music, sound, sing your solemn hymn.
Parting goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night, for the witch with songs of woe round about her doom they go. Midnight, a sister moan, help us through Zion road.
To thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Good morrow, masters. Put your torches out. The wolves have preyed and look the gentle day before the wheels of Phoebus round about. Dapples the drowsy east with spots of grey. Thanks to you all, and leave us. Fare you well.
Farewell, my lords. Each his several way.
Come, let us hence put on other weeds, and then to Leonato's we will go.
Hymen now with luckier issue speeds than this for whom be rendered upon this world.
And so are Claudio and the prince who accused her on the error her debate. Although Margaret was at some fault in this, though against her will in the true course of the question.
Well, I'm glad that all things sort so well.
And so am I, being else by faith enforced to call a young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw you into a closed chamber, and when I send for you, come hither masked. The prince and Claudio did promise to visit me by this hour. Brother, you know your office. You must be father to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, signor?
To bind me or to undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good signor, that your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That time my daughter hath lent her, 'tis most true. What of it?
And I do with an eye of love, for quite her.
The sight of which I believe you had for me, the prince and Claudio. What's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical, but for my will is your good will, may stand with ours today to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, friar, I must require your help.
My heart is with thy liking.
And my help. Here come the prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, prince. Good morrow, Claudia. Are you yet determined to have marriage with my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my tongue where she me feel.
Call them forth, brother, for here is the friar ready.
Good morrow, Benedict.
Why, what's the matter that you have such a February face?
So full of frost, of storm and cloudiness.
I think he thinks upon the Sabbath bull. Tush, fear not, man. We'll tip thy horns with gold, and all of Europa shall rejoice at thee. as Europa once did with lusty Jove when he would play the noble beast in love.
Bull Jove, sir, had an amiable love. And some such strange bull left your father's cow and got a calf in the same noble feat. And much like to you, for you have just his pleat.
Ah, for this I owe you. Oh, here come the other reckonings. Now, which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Then, sweet, she's mine. Let me see your face.
Nay, that shalt thou not, till you take her hand before this holy friar. Do vow to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like it.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
Nothing certain. What hero died of fire, I do live. And surely as I live, I remain.
The former hero? Hero that is dead?
She died, my lord, whilst her slanders lived.
Offices of maids and I can qualify. For and after that the holy rites are ended. I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonders seem familiar. And to the chapel, let us present.
Soft and fair friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why no? No more than reason.
Why then, your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been much deceived, for they swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth, no. No more than reason.
Why then, my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived. For they did swear you did.
They swore that you were nearly sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
No, 'tis no such matter. Oh, so you do not love me then?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure that you love the gentleman.
I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her.
For here is a paper,
Written by Benedict.
a halting sonnet of his own pure brain.
Fashion to Beatrice.
And here's another, written line as its hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affections unto Benedict.
A miracle. Here's our own hands against our hearts. Now, come. I will have thee. But by this light I do take thee for a pity.
I will not deny you, but by this good day you to great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Ah, peace. I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, prince. A college of witcrackers cannot flout me of my humor. Dost thou think I care for satire or an epigram? No. If a man shall be beaten with brains, he will wear nothing handsome about him. And in brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing for what the world has to say against it, and therefore never flouted me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. Claudio, for thy part, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, that I might have counted thee out of thy single life, to make thee a double dealer. Then thou question wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrow to thee.
Come, we are friends. Let us have a dance ere we are married. Let us lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing after.
Now, first of my word, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife. There is no staff more reverend than the one tipped with horn.
My lord, your brother John has been taken in flight and brought with armed men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, vipers!